let's go.
Hi, Kat Chancellor here with Stamp Art Connection and StampArtConnection.com, independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. And I just can't put this hot foil system down. I am just having so much fun with it. I've created these cards here. I used that same technique on my last video that I did where I did gold and silver, and I made these neat butterflies. And you can see I have this one here again using the classical greetings hot foil dies, and I'm also made these butterflies because this set not only comes with the butterfly hot foil dies, but it also comes with these masks that you can use to do the coloring. Now these I did without any of the gold foiling. I just used the masks and then made a card. I then made this card as well with just those butterflies. You get quite a few, so you can make about 2 cards out of each set. So this is the card, this is the project. You're going to need your hot foil system. I have already used my system and created some of the blanks here, both in gold and silver, and I also did one in black. So I'm going to do the masking with the colors, and here are my masks. So we're going to do that. Then we're going to cut them out using the dies that come with the set. So the set has the hot foil dies as well as the framelits to cut those out, and then once we cut those out, we're going to create some wonderful cards. The other thing I'm using are some 3D embossing folders that are flower motifs that can just offer some really nice backgrounds. They can be current or they can be retired. So we're going to do that as well. So what you're going to need is, first I'm going to do the masking, because when I do the coloring we'll kind of see what kind of base cardstock we want to use. So just sit down, make a bunch of blanks here with the hot foil system, and then I picked some colors that I thought might be fun to use. I have Strawberry Slush and Bubble Bath. I have Peaceful Pine and Soft Sea Foam. And I also have my Hydrangea Hue and Misty Moonlight. So we're going to play with these to create our coloring for our masks. I'm going to take off my sheet, and I'm going to have my craft sheet. This is kind of a sticky craft sheet, and we're going to start with this one here. We're going to just place this on our sticky craft sheet so that I know it's not going to move anywhere. And then I'm going to pull in these masks. The masks have numbers and registration marks on them. So this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, and then this is 4, which is the last one. So we're going to put these over here, and then I have my sponge daubers, and I think I'm going to start with the Hydrangea Hue, and I'm going to put number 1 right here, and then I'm just going to line okay, that's number 1. Number 2 is going to be right there, and I think I'm going to use Bubble Bath. Okay, that's number 2. And I did that one in Bubble Bath. Now I'm going to take Misty Moonlight, and this is going to be number 3. So I'm going to line number 3 right there. Okay, that's Misty Moonlight. It doesn't look too bad. This is my first set. Okay, so let's put those aside and let's grab another blank. Let's try gold. Okay, we're just going to put this right here. So I did this one with soft sea foam, bubble bath, and hydrangea. And this one is strawberry slush, bubble bath, and hydrangea. And then I have one more. Let's just do a bubble bath. This is strawberry slush. This is hydrangea. This is actually another kind of cardstock that I had that is kind of like, it's kind of like photo cardstock, so the ink really didn't adhere to this one as well, but no matter. Okay, we're going to put this black one here, and I'm going to take number 1, and we're going to lay this one right here, and I'm going to grab some pastels, and I'm just going to, and we're just going to rub these pastels in here. There's yellow pastels. And now I'm going to take number 2. I'm going to line this up, and I'm going to do green pastels. Okay, so that's green. And now we're going to add red. I'm just going to rub this in. See, as my fingers are going to get really... There we go. So that is with pastels. These are old, but I'm using the soft pastels assortment here that I have. And that doesn't look too bad. Okay, so here's what I got. This one, and I have that one. I'm just going to add some shimmer and sparkle to this one before I cut it out. We're going to let these dry, and then I'm going to get my die, and we're going to cut these out. So now that I've cut out my butterfly pieces, I can begin to pick some cardstock colors that will coordinate nicely with the butterflies as my base card for my final project. Additionally, I'm going to cut out the basic white pieces that will measure 5 and 3 3/4 to be layered on top of a foil piece that will be 5 1/4 by 4. And I'm using my technique where I cut out the center of my foil layer so that I can use that at a different time, so I'm not wasting products. I'm kind of conserve because foil cardstock is expensive, and just kind of line them up as to how I want to arrange them for my final assembly. Okay, so I've cut out all my little butterflies and I've picked some base card colors. I'm going with Petunia Pop for my pink butterflies, and I'm going with Misty Moonlight for my kind of these blue butterflies. For the black ones, I'm not sure what this color is. Yeah, it's Lost Lagoon. So I thought Lost Lagoon would look good. Okay, so now that I've kind of picked out the colors, and I just want to show you, I cut out my foil layers. I used my tip where I use another die to cut out the inside because I'm just going to do that, and I have extra pieces here that I can use for another card. These dies right here are called the textured notes dies. The next step that we want to do, and this is where I pulled in some 3D embossing folders. I've got zinnia, I've got layered floral. I like this painted posies. I think that's my favorite. And then I have country floral. So let's look at the ones that I did. Here's painted posies. I just like because it's kind of does look like the butterflies are on the flowers. Let's see, this one is country floral. This one I believe is layered florals. This one's layered florals. And then this is zinnia. Right here. This is the zinnia. So I just wanted to kind of show you, this is my color combinations that I've picked. So now I'm just going to get straight to assembling these cards. And of course, I may be pulling in some of my little box here of my classic greetings that are going to go on it. Okay, so just keep watching. So what's really fun about this project is you can pull in all your embossing folders that may have floral motifs or any kind of designs and just run them through assembly line fashion and come up with some really nice backgrounds. So now I'm just going to go ahead and match up the coordinating gold and silver embossed butterflies and classic greetings with the card base color that I want to use that really kind of shows off the colors of the butterflies. So now it's just a matter of assembling all the layers to each of the card fronts and bases, and then using dimensionals to pop up the butterflies and add the classic greeting to the front of the card. And after all that, you can't forget that final sparkle that some wonderful rhinestones add to our cards. Wow, there you have it. I've done 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 cards using the hot foil system, and I've made this video. It only took me a couple hours. This is 18 minutes that I've gotten it edited down to, because I just really think these are just gorgeous. They're fast to make, and they really create some beautiful cards. Here is an example of the ones that have been foiled, and I think this is my favorite here. I really love that. And since it comes with 4 butterflies, you can just pick 2 and come up with 2 cards. And as you can see, right, you can come up with 2 cards. Very different. You can have the backgrounds are very different, but oh my gosh, it's just gorgeous. I even put rhinestones in some of the wings of the butterflies just to give it extra sparkle. So this is one of the ones I started out with that I did not use the hot foiling, and you can see that the butterflies do come out nicely. And I had an extra little butterfly here, and I used the hot foil system using the flourish and frames to create this piece right here. And again, I added one of the little extra butterflies I had from all of the masking that I was doing. I hope that you have enjoyed this video. It was a lot of fun to make. If you haven't already, please hit like and share. The products will be available on my online store. There will be a link. There's links in the description box, and then you can also go to my blog to see not only the products but also the gallery of cards. Now, if you're looking for a demo, please consider joining my team. You can join as a hobbyist and enjoy a 20% discount. If you are a demonstrator and like my content, as always, please support my channel by just hitting like, share, and leave me a comment. Let me know which butterfly combination you liked. This is Kat Chancellor from Stamp Art Connection and stampartconnection.com. Happy stamping.